Hey guys, Dotarian here, back with another quick video on a few tips that can really help out when playing the Gunslinger and Deadeye. Whilst not all these tips are just for the Gunslinger and Deadeye, I do find them really helpful for these classes specifically. So the Gunslinger is a very agile, mobile, ranged DPS character, but the downside is that she's very squishy. One mistake in later game raids and you're dead, so you want to make sure that you're moving around very quickly whilst also supporting your team by applying big damage and debuffs as well. So first tip, when you do your weapon switches, you always want to make sure that you're resetting back to your handgun. The shotgun and rifle stances on Gunslingers and Deadeyes are primarily for pumping out big damage, but whilst this is the case, a lot of the skills on Gunslingers shotgun and rifle skills are animation locked. This means that your character will be stuck doing the animation, and that leaves you vulnerable for split seconds where you do your animations. Now you can use your dodge to get out of these animations, but sometimes your dodge will be on cooldown. On the other hand, your handgun skills are much faster and is your go-to for applying debuffs and mobility. Gunslingers, unlike Deadeyes, aren't reliant on back attacks for bonus damage, but positioning is still crucial for surviving. So you want to switch to your handgun so you can move out very quickly and use your dodge when you need to avoid specific attacks, or use the super armor which is applied onto you. If you're using a gaming mouse, or if your mouse has macro or customizable buttons, you can bind these buttons for very fast weapon switches. I find this super helpful for me, so I know that I can quickly change weapons instead of pressing Z or X on the keyboard, which are the default hotkeys, as I would need to press potions or skills instead, and it's just one thing less that I need to worry about on the keyboard. So to do this, go to your settings, go to hotkeys, basic controls, specialty skill 1 and 2. Depending on your mouse, you may need to program these buttons onto your computer first. Another reason why the handgun is important is supporting your party. Let me explain. All classes in Lost Ark have a unique party buff or debuff mechanic. You can check the skills that you have for different classes to see what class party buff or debuff is. Gunslingers one is called weakness exposure, so you want to pick the tripods that apply this particular debuff on two particular handgun skills. This applies a debuff on enemies which reduces their crit resistance by 10%, meaning that it'll be easier for you and your party to crit enemies, which is huge. You'll want to make sure that you maintain the uptime on this debuff by always resetting back to your handgun mode between weapon switches. Gunslingers can have up to 16 skills that you can use at any one time, so you'll want to use your skills off cooldown to maximize damage, but bear in mind that you'll also want to keep at least 1 to 2 mobility skills around so you can dodge any incoming damage. Lastly, cursor aim. So in most cases, cursor aim is useful if you're a melee character, as it will help you lock onto close melee characters. However, sometimes if you have a large pack of enemies and you're using range skills, cursor aim can really mess with your aim as it locks onto enemies and you may hit in a direction that is slightly off from where you aim from. So you want to have this option turned off. Go to settings, gameplay, controls and display, combat settings. I'll link another video in the description below on what cursor aim is and how it affects range classes, so be sure to check that one out. Alright, that's it for my quick tips on playing the Gunslinger. Hope that helped. If you've enjoyed that video, drop me a like and subscribe to my channel. I have new videos for you every week, always grinding on Lost Ark, so feel free to drop by, and as always, have an awesome day. Bye for now.